Hello and welcome back to another episode here at Scriptcase by Jamie. And in this video I figured I would take the opportunity of showing you how to deal with those projects that you import into maybe a new version of Scriptcase or maybe just a new installation of Scriptcase. So when you have gone ahead and backed up your projects, and if you haven't seen that video, make sure you check it out, and for sure it'll be a video I create again, because backing up your project is very important, as well as the versioning, of course. Now in this video you may be looking here at my Scriptcase and well, I've had this black bar here forever. You may remember it from other videos, but now funny enough, this is actually a new setup of Scriptcase, and what I have done is imported or restored from my backup. Now funny enough, I did not have the black bar until I logged back in today. So yesterday when I was performing the restoration, well, I did not have the black bar. I was very happy. I was excited actually that I had got rid of that, but for some reason it has returned. So I don't know why that is. It's a pretty awful thing. So you may remember it from previous videos, but this is in fact a new setup, and all of these projects I have here, these are all my old projects that I restored from a backup, and well, none of them actually have the database configured. So I have here our project 1, which was our very first project, which we finished off last year, and well, you see here is not even the project 1. It's a completely different project 1, but it doesn't matter. It's a good example anyway, because with this project, because I have gone ahead and restored it from a backup, well, the database is not going to work. So I'm going to show you how to deal with that. So if you would have come here to your settings, and in settings you have the possibility of performing a backup, which you want to do, you may of course come one day to restore that backup, which is, you can see here, I have here the backup which I have uploaded and of course restored, because I just chose to restore it. And I have then all of my projects available. So in all of my projects I need to reconfigure my database connection. So if I come up here to database and then choose here the edit connection, I can edit the database connection. Now if I go ahead now and edit this connection, it's just going to give me errors. Okay, it's always going to give me errors. It doesn't matter whether I change this or not. It's your best way to deal with this, and that is the purpose of this video, okay, is don't waste your time trying to edit that previous connection. The best thing to do is just click that delete it, remove it from the project, okay, and then once it has been removed, we can very easily add a new connection, and it will use the same original connection name that you had previously. Of course, if that connection name was changed, then maybe you want to also make sure that this new connection has the same name. Okay, so if I go ahead and log in here to my database, I can then list my databases and then choose the database for this project. And then I'll just save that, and Shazam, I will have my connection added to this project. Now of course I could go ahead there and test the connection. Now I should have really done that beforehand, but funny enough I was presented the list of databases. So is there any need to test? I don't think so. If you receive the list of databases, then of course your connection is going to be working. I selected the database and saved it. It was done. The connection has now been re-established for all of my applications in this project. And it was really that simple. Okay, and of course I could go ahead and do it again in a different project because, like I said, all of these projects, well, they've all been imported and they all need to have the database added. Now, I have been debating whether I actually just delete all of these projects. I do have them. Well, I could just export them again now individually. Some of them I have individually. Some of them I maybe have. I've, as I've explained in some previous videos, I've had so many drives die in the years and so forth that I've had to collect from various hard drives and so forth. Now, I do have other projects in the other settings, so maybe I'll just actually remove all of my projects and see if I can get rid of this black bar because it really is pretty frustrating. So anyway, but that's with my Scriptcase and only on my server, should I note, because I do not have that problem on my local installations, and of course this is only there. Okay, so with that, hopefully you now know how you can reset your connection. And of course, you can add multiple connections to your project as well. In fact, while we're at it, let's just jump back into our project one again. And why not add another connection? Because we could maybe add another connection here. So I can click on the edit and view the current connections, and then click on new connection and then create another connection for my project. Now, you could have this for all sorts of reasons. One of them, it could be another database elsewhere that you are then accessing information, because remember that the platforms you can develop in Scriptcase are for businesses, for business processes, meaning you can create processes within your processes, if that makes any sense. Well, it should do anyway, especially if you deal with processes, because typically they go in loops and they go in roundabouts. So that's what you can do in Scriptcase, and that's why Scriptcase is so powerful. Okay, so let's then go ahead and add another connection here. So I will add my connection details again. And then what I can do is I can list my databases and choose an entirely different database table if I wanted to. So here for this, I will choose the sample tables that I have there, save that. And then just like that, I now have two database connections for two separate tables within my Scriptcase project, and it's pretty awesome. And now if I wanted to go ahead and maybe change the connection on an application basis, so for instance here I have a form, and here I could change the table to which, or database should I say, to which this application is connected. And just here in the SQL and connection, here I now have the connection one and connection, or the original connection, which I had created. And we can see both of those here, con MySQL and con MySQL _1. Now, of course, ideally, you may want to apply some nice names there instead. For a good naming convention, that's always good to apply. Now, just like that, if I wanted to switch the database, I could do that. But of course, I'm not entirely sure if the tables are there. And in that case, you want to, of course, make sure that the tables for that form, or the grid application, or any application, because in all of the applications in Scriptcase, you just access the SQL setting, and there you can change the connection for that application. It really is as simple as that, and you can do it at any time. Now, if you are using multiple database tables and multiple connections for those database tables, of course, within your project, then maybe you will want to check out the Scriptcase macros for changing the connection, because they are pretty sweet. But macros, well, that's macro day. That's what we have macro day for now, right? So all macros will be going in macro day. And of course, there's plenty of them. Anyway, we'll for sure use it at some point within one of these projects. Now, that I think is pretty much it for this video. Okay, so I can hear you screaming already. Show me that macro. No, macro day is there for that. And well, within macro day, I'm going to go through all of the macros, just short and sweet, and at the same time to the point. So If it's needed a longer video, then a longer video will be provided. And that is how it will be. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video, and of course, until the next one.